What's up, guys? It's your boy, the hoodlum, Eric Acton, and you're tuning in to the 3 Count Podcast. Enjoy.
Mama must have knew that she raised one. I call all of your hate.
Welcome, everybody, to another great edition of the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, and it's just me. Again, one is the loneliest number. There's no lie. But this is the 3 Count Podcast, Now Enter the Ring, which means one thing. We have a special guest for you. Now, I have scoured all over social media. I have been through the Twittergrams. I have been through Instagram. I have been in Facebook. But I found this one in TikTok. So, he is the man. He is in Midwest All-Pro Wrestling. He is from the great state of South Dakota. If you don't know where it is, just find a map because you can find it on there. Also, you would know this man because, let's be real, he is a part of Top Notch Entertainment. Now, give it up for the man himself, DJ JK.
What's happening?
Yo, what is up, man? I'm glad that we were able to do this.
Oh, yeah, this was a very, very exciting thing to find in my inbox one day.
I saw your video, and I saw your video on TikTok, and I was like, oh, snap. I was like, let me go talk to him. And I hit you up, and I was kind of like the one too, man. I just saw your I forget what match was on. I just remember seeing you in like a captain's get up, all white. And I was like, oh. And it was crazy because what started me wanting to ask, right, was because somebody else had commented about ring placement. So then I hit you up, and I was like, yo, I'm going to interview this guy.
Yep, that was actually my first title defense. It was me, DJ JK, versus the total jackpot Lucky Lund. And he tried to kick me in the face again. I caught his foot, swung him around into what I called the record scratch. And I was a little away from the center of the ring, but I still got the job done.
Yo, I like the name, though, the record scratch.
Oh, yes.
That's lit.
Oh, yeah, dude. Top Notch Entertainment, DJ JK, Easy C. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so actually, the first question I like asking people, and you can just dive into your origin story. Who is DJ JK?
All right, we're going to have to roll it back a little bit ago. Originally, my tag partner and I, we debuted for Midwest All-Pro as Top Notch Security. And everyone loved the idea of Friday After Next. Top flight security of the world, Craig. So they just started calling us Craig and Day Day. Then I'm like, all right, well, let's just adopt the Top Notch Security of the world. They would do that for about a year, bouncing names all around. You had Gentleman Jack, I was called, Jumpin' Jack. My partner was called the Coal Patrol. Random things like that. And after about a year of that, we're like, there's not much else we can do. So we're like, you know what, let's become rappers. So we changed it, Top Notch Entertainment of the World. We always joke about having multiple different names. So I'm like, hey, this is me, it's the DJ JK, AKA Big Crew, AKA Mr. Crooniverse, AKA the Roly Poly OG, AKA the Vanilla Thriller, AKA Sexual White Chocolate. All these random things. But what really stuck is Easy C and DJ JK, Top Notch Entertainment of the World.
Yo, I dig it, man. I'm not going to lie, man, because I first saw you guys' gimmick together, and I was like, when I see you guys, together, I'm like, yo, this is a lit act. I like it. But it kind of reminded me of, Prestige Worldwide, Colton Brennan from
I've gotten that and the little Jay and Silent Bob I've gotten a few times as well, except I don't shut up.
I can dig it.
Oh, yeah.
So, my next big question for you, man, is, what drives you into the wrestling business?
It's something I've always loved since I was a kid, dude. I remember being, 6 years old. My mom – actually, it might not have been 6. I might have been, 4 years – yep, 4 years old. My mom won tickets on the radio to go see WCW in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And pictures from the night, I vaguely remember it. I was 4. So there's pictures of me in a big Macho Man, green hat. But Ric Flair was there, Sting was there, Macho Man. And Sting's always been my guy since day one. Surfer Sting, everything like that. And it's just I've always watched it, but then, you get to the point where it's like, all right, well, I kind of fell out of watching it for a while. And then I got back into it around the time Jericho re-debuted on Raw for the Save Us Y2J gimmick. And then I'm like, I'm in it for a while, kind of fell out. And then randomly saw an ad on Facebook for a Midwest All Pro Wrestling show. And I hit up my roommate. And I'm like, yo, let's go check this out. There's a 30-man Rumble for this world title. And the company's owned by Eugene from the WWE. And like Arya Davari and Sean Davari were there and a few other people. Like, all right, let's just go. And then we sat front row every day for like over a year and a half. And every time I saw Eugene, it would be, hey man, we're going to sign up. I got elbow drops and body slams for you. Then one night after maybe a couple of adult beverages, we decided to sign up for a 2-week camp, and we've been doing it ever since.
Nice. So Eugene is your trainer.
Yes, former WWE superstar Nick Eugene Dinsmore.
Yeah. I remember when that gimmick first got put together. I was a massive fan. Actually, he low-key had one of my favorite things of all time that ever happened, live on air, and that's when The Rock asked him who his favorite wrestler was, and he was like, Triple H.
Oh, I've heard that.
Why do you like Triple H? Because he plays games. You don't want to play his games.
I've heard that story a lot. It's great.
Yeah,
and also when you got someone like Nick to train you, he's trained you name it, John Cena, Braun Strowman, Batista, Randy Orton, Beth Phoenix, basically you name him, he's had something to do with their career.
Yeah, actually it's crazy because since we're talking about it, my trainer is Sicken, and his friend is actually James Ellsworth, who talks about working with Eugene all the time. And I'm like, that's so cool. Small world.
Mm-hmm. As Nick would say, big world, small town.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're the biggest little city in the world, Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
It's weird too how you have one of those moments where you're 6 degrees from somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the wrestling world, it's insane. By the way, in case you guys don't know, it's small, and we do have beef with everybody. Is how it is. So what do you think is one of the things that's missing from the business today?
I mean, I guess I don't really, there's so many different aspects to the business itself, and even just products you see on TV, there's so many different kinds to watch. If you're not seeing one thing in, one place, you can probably flip a couple channels and find it in the next. I guess the only thing is it's all about being original, trying not to do the same old song and dance, even though a lot of times that's what works.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's one of those things. All right, man. Well, let's pretend, right? We're 5 years into the future. Jump this time machine up.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That is a wonderful question. This is where I would have to hop in with my buddy DeLorean, because he is the time traveler. Let's see here. I don't know. Honestly, where I see myself going down the road is just keep hustling and grinding. Maybe I make it to a big stage one day, maybe not, but I just want to get paid to wrestle all over the country. That's what I want. Even if it's just becoming a carny and just wrestling on the circus, man. My mom can graduate high school and join a carnival and travel all over the place. I can do it to wrestle.
Hey, big dreams, man. That's what we got to do. So, what's been one of the worst bumps you've taken in your career?
One of the worst bumps. Let's see here. Honestly, it wasn't even in a match. It was training. It was the first time I had taken a double back body drop. Because I'm a big dude. I'm sitting 350 right now. And 2 guys pumped me up. I over-rotated a little bit and kind of thigh-mastered my my sack. And I just kind of laid there for a little bit. I'm like, all right, let's do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't a bump, but I did get a cookie sheet wrapped over my head a couple months ago. That was fun. But I still won.
Hey, this is what matters. That's what matters. The dub matters. Okay.
Exactly.
So, what is like one of the advice that you would give to like up and coming wrestlers?
I've actually been like, I don't know if I should be giving advice. I'm only 2 years in the business, but I guess if I can, I will. 'Cause I got so many people because I was sitting at home one night right here and made a TikTok video that kind of blew up a little bit about becoming a professional wrestler. And now I'm getting all these questions. How do I get into the business? How do I start training? And the only thing I mainly said was, just start Googling around your area for wrestling schools. You never know what you're going to find. There might be some that are a couple hours away from you, but we got guys that drive 4 or 5 hours just to train for the week and then drive back. People have slept in their cars just to be able to train as much as they can. It's how much you want to pursue it. But it's just never be afraid to chase the dream, man. I started training 2 years ago after wanting to do it forever. And we had guys that are just starting training at 38 and 39 around that area, and it's all being taught how to work safely. Cardio. You need that. Do squats, do cardio.
Do lots of cardio. I will attest to that. It's like something that my trainer says too, is there's 3 types of shapes. You're in shape, you're out of shape, and you're in ring shape.
Yes.
But the ring shape is most important. You can be an out of shape dude, but you're in ring shape. You're pretty good.
Oh yeah, my size can be deceiving for some things. Like people don't think that I can do a cartwheel. I can do a cartwheel. I'm at 350. Boss man calls me a kayfabe athlete.
I like it a lot, man. I like it. So like tell us more, man. Like tell us more about like what's inspired you to come up with like you're giving obviously, you said like you're big into the rap business. So talk to us about like who really was the person that helped you drive into like finding that?
It was just kind of we were tail end of our run as Top Notch Security. My tag partner had already kind of stopped wearing the security garb and was wearing like a sleeveless hoodie and a do-rag and Jesus piece out to the ring and whatnot. And I was still kind of like, all right, fine, let's just pack it up. Let's try something else. Then I had like this random jacket that I got at a thrift store because I thought it was cool. Everyone's like, oh, it's your Rick Ross jacket. I'm like, well, I got this cap, this hat, but I can look the part, but who is DJ JK? Who's the character of that? And I just love hip hop music. Like I'm wearing a Wu-Tang shirt right now. I wrestled in a Biggie Smalls shirt or Ice Cube shirt. Like that. It's just those old school hip hop artists that people, do whatever it takes to make it. And it's very entertaining to crank myself up to 11 and just be an absolute clown in front of the crowd.
Yeah, I'm a huge proponent for hip hop music. I love rap music, and it's like the one thing like I feel. And so I asked you a question about like what's missing from the industry, and I kind of feel like storytelling is missing from the industry. You can kind of see that in like all aspects, right? Because like even in hip hop nowadays, like I just don't feel like the stories are really being told. Like people just want to throw out what they're doing. Where like guys like Ice Cube, Wu-Tang, those guys like all told you this story, and whether you wanted to be on the ride or not, you were going on that ride. And
exactly. Like, you can only get, even kind of a guilty pleasure artist for me because it's just so simple to listen to and it's so catchy and it's like in your head. There's only so much story you can tell in the song Gucci Gang by Lil Pump. But now you go to like the magic, the Mystery of Chess Boxing by the Wu-Tang, or Today Was a Good Day, or even just back straight out of Compton, stuff like that. Even early Eminem, even they all have stories to them. That's why I was like, oh, this beat is sick. I'm like, yeah, they are, but he's saying the same 3 words over and over again.
Yeah.
Look at like "Dear Mama" by Tupac.
That's funny you bring that up because that's actually my best friend. One of my best friends from high school. That's his like favorite song, and he got married. So when this interview comes out, it won't be as. But August 21st, he got married, and he called me like 3 weeks before like the wedding, right? And he was like, "Hey man, do you know a song I'm gonna dance with my mom to?" I was like, "Yeah, Dear Mama by Tupac." No idea. I just randomly threw that song out there, and he was just like, "How'd you know?" I was like, "Because anytime you ever talk about your mom, dude, you quote Tupac every time."
Yeah, I mean, we come out to California Love.
Hey.
And everyone's like, "Oh, what song? You should do this hip hop song. You should do that hip hop song." I'm like, but no, the crowd is, everyone knows California Love.
Yeah.
But of course, the guy who did all the sound for us added like record scratches at the beginning. And then it comes out, and of course, I got my big chain on, which right now has the added accessory of the Midwest All-Pro heavyweight title. And then I got a whistle because I had a whistle when I was a security guard, and everybody hated it because it's a whistle.
Right.
But now it's over since I'm a baby face. Captain's hat, do-rag, crazy jacket, everything like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot, man. So, like, you're the champ now, man. Like, what's it feel like to carry that with you when you go into arenas?
It's still kind of surreal. Like, I've been champ for a couple months now, but it's even then, like, the belt's always with my gear. And normally, I'll say it like this. Normally, I put the belt on the headrest on my passenger seat because she likes to look around and see when I'm driving. I got that from another wrestler that I work with. So props, shout out to Brandon Nitro for that one. But yeah, it's weird, walk in, getting even just, "Oh yeah, hey, how's it going, champ? What's going on, champ?" I'm like, "Oh man, I'm just chilling, dude." Like, and then it's always, obviously every person whether you're curtain jerking at the main event, you want to have the best match on the card, and that should go for anybody on the show. But it's that extra, hey, this is for the world title. We better get this, top notch.
Yes.
Every time. If I'm watching TV, listen to music, and the words top notch just like settle out, I just perk up and go, "What's up? What's happening?"
Who's talking to me? We talking
Exactly.
about that? That's what we do. I dig it, man. I dig it a lot. So then, this isn't, so we're going to ask the 10 count questions next, but I have to ask, man, like, you come out to California Love, we talked about Eminem, we talked about Ice Cube, we talked about the Wu-Tang Clan, but who is your favorite rapper of all time?
Ooh. Oh, that's difficult, man. That's very difficult. That's why it's also like why I can't get like, "Oh, what's your favorite movie?" There's too many subgenres, but off the top of my head, who I listen to the most, it's I don't know, I was gonna say some random like outlandish thing that or just make up, but probably I gotta go with just the Wu-Tang Clan, man. The Enter 36 Chambers is the greatest rap album of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just great. I love it. But otherwise, singular, probably it's got to be. Probably Ice Cube, because I love his verbiage and just the way he raps his bars.
I can dig
pretty
it.
good.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man, and for all of our listeners and even the people they know, I'm from the Midwest as well. Actually, it's funny because you're from, South Dakota. I'm from Nebraska.
No, exactly.
My favorite rapper though, all time, Tech Nine. I just gotta be honest. Like that's the
Fun fact. He's a fan of Eugene.
Hey.
Tech was in Sioux Falls, and the stage crew was unloading their gear, and one of his boxes had a Eugene like picture on it, and one of the guys doing stage crew is a worker, so he snapped the photo, sent it to Eugene, and then next thing you know, Eugene's hanging out with Tech.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
It's
man.
pretty fun. There we go. I remember my joking answer. I was going to say Young Gravy. He's a rapper out of Rochester, Minnesota. It's just the easiest to listen to because it's just hilarious. Coffee on my Jordans, gravy so important. Pull up on your bitch like I'm Billy Bob Thornton. Like the most ridiculous stuff.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. He has a song called Knockout where he starts referencing like Randy Savage. Well, there it is. My favorite rap artist of all time is Macho Man Randy Savage. Think about his rap album. Or Hulk Hogan and the Big Boot Band.
Hey.
The Wrestle Rock Rumble, man. Didn't even think about that aspect of it.
I can dig it now, man.
Hollywood Hulkster, you're at the end of your rope, and I'm going to kick you in your butt and wash your mouth out with soap? Come on.
Well, bet, man. So let's get into these 10 count questions, right? So it's
All
rapid
right.
fire, right? First thought process, man. It's not even that tough. Whatever comes
All
in first. So we're going to put on the imaginary timer. Bing! There it goes. And our first question starts off with Batman or Superman?
Batman, all the way.
Let's go. All right. Last show you binge watched?
Last show I binge watched fully was probably Letterkenny for like the 8th time.
Okay. Speaking of this one, Hogan or Macho Man?
Let me tell you something right here. A very difficult decision as it is. I'm going to have to say the tippity top cream of the crop Macho Man Randy Savage himself. Ooh, yeah.
I can take it, man. 3 things that you could take with you to an island.
Take with me to an island. Let's go with my phone, my gear, and at least a couple Bang energy drinks.
You got a favorite flavor?
Star Blast or Black Cherry Vanilla. Those are 2 of my favorites. Never have a bang party in the ring before a match and have to pound a birthday cake bang before you wrestle.
Oh no!
I wanted to die.
By the way, and maybe our listeners will know. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's my least favorite bang is birthday cake.
You can only have so much birthday cake.
No, yeah, and I can only do it like so. I've had one, and my buddy asked me how it was. I was like, dude, I could probably only do this like once every 2 months because I was like, it's just so sweet. All right, SmackDown or Raw?
I'm gonna go with SmackDown, primarily because Jeff Hardy's over there, and he's always been one of my favorites too.
Hey, the Enigma he's electric, bro.
Oh,
So
yes.
I know you said you were a WCW. You've been to WCW, but the question comes down: Sting or Taker?
It's always got to be Sting. Always. He's always been he's my day one.
Okay.
Then that can't discredit the legendary career that is The Undertaker, but I love Sting.
Right. I feel like that's that's the mountain right there. Like who's who?
Yeah, it's the dream match that it never happened.
Not on the 10 count questions, and it's not gonna be part of it. But who would you put on your Mount Rushmore?
God, Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling.
Speaking of being in South Dakota.
Exactly, right? That's only like 6 hours away from me, which ain't bad. Oh boy, it's just the easy pick would probably be the Four Horsemen, but that's too generic of it because there's 4 of them and it makes sense. But you got to go with Andre the Giant. Has to be on there. What he did for the big men, and so I say him. Give it to, for me personally, I got to throw Eddie Guerrero on there. Owen Hart, his career could have been so much more if that accident didn't happen. And I got to say Sting because Sting.
I like it. All right, man. Back to the questions. Favorite cartoon?
Oh boy, favorite cartoon. I love cartoons so much. But going back to when I was a kid, it's Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. Okay.
We're
going to talk about this. All right. After that, man, my question for you, speaking of Step Brothers, Colt or Brennan?
Ooh. We'll go with Brennan. We'll go with Brennan.
So what's your drink on a Friday night?
Friday night. Oof. See, it depends on if we have the show or not. Because, if I'm feeling a little cheap, I'm going to get me some Coors Light. If I want some of my favorite beer, I'm going to get Smithwick's Irish Red Ale, oldest brewed beer in Ireland. Great. Or if we're having a little bit of show, can't go wrong with a little bit of White Claw.
Okay. I gotcha.
Little black cherry White Claw right after the show sounds nice.
I dig it, man. And my final question for you, man. Favorite curse word?
Fuck. Yeah, probably that. I could have launched right into the George Carlin 7 things you can't say on TV bit, but you can say most of those on TV now. So
Yeah, I feel like that's not a thing anymore.
no.
Yeah. Hey, motherfucker. That's like the one that you can't say still.
Yeah.
Everything else, though, has been said on TV.
Pretty much. But yeah.
Well, that's our 10 count questions, man. So all I got to ask now is, where can our people find you?
Right. You can find the Top Notch Entertainment Facebook page. Just Top Notch Entertainment. I believe the @ is Top Notch MAP. You can find all of Midwest All Pro on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all like that for Midwest All Pro. That's where we're primarily active. That's where we're going to see all of our matches, everything like that. MidwestAllPro.com if you're around the area and want to get tickets. Friday, August 28th, you're going to be at Biggs Bar in Sioux Falls. I am taking on Money Made Julian Richards in a no disqualifications match for my Midwest All Pro Heavyweight Championship.
Awesome. So is there a way that those guys can watch it live? Because I know I'm going to attach it to I'll attach it to our Facebook page.
I know we're working on doing live feeds and stuff like that. I know we've gone on Facebook Live a few times for Midwest All Pro. But most of the time, within a week or so, everything goes up on the YouTube channel.
Okay, bet. So then I can tag that and put it on so other people can watch it. Because obviously, guys from Maryland, we can't fly out there.
Yes. And if you want to find my random shenanigans, you can find me at that Jack Kruger, Kruger, on Twitter and on the TikToks, because that's what everyone's on nowadays.
That's what it seems like. At least for like the next 44 days, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, who knows? Until then, I'm going to keep posting random wrestling contents where I slap the dude in the face for trying to recruit me, because I'll take you to the top. I'm already top notch. Let's go.
Bet. Well, that's our interview. I am your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller. This is the 3 Count presents Now Entering the Ring, DJ JK. So we will catch you next time. So tune into the next episode and be there or be somewhere else. What's going on, 3 Count Nation? I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller with the catchphrase. But what I really want you to do right now, go to twitter.com, right? Go over there, find us at the 3count_pod, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. Go to IG at the 3 Count Pod. Give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment. We want to interact with you. Go to youtube.com, give subscribe, turn the bell on, turn the notifications, leave a comment. We want to talk to you. Go to anchor.fm/the 3 Count Podcast, and in there, you can leave us a message, and we will talk to you. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we want to talk to you. We want to have fun with you guys, and we love listening to what you guys have to say. Also, one thing I need you to do for me, the 3 Count Podcast also has merchandise. Oh! At ProWrestlingTees.com/the 3 Count Pod. Please go buy our t-shirts. We love you guys, and we hope you love us too. So, show us some support, please.